everyone, and welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel, where we take a closer look at the toys we talk about on the show. And today, I'm doing my first wrestling figure review for the channel. Usually, it's Dave that's coming to you with the wrestling figures, but today, we're taking a look at the AEW Unrivaled. What is this? This is Series 6. That's right, Series 6 Hikaru Shida. Holy Shida, here we are. So we're gonna open this, take a look at it in just a minute. She is one of my favorite wrestling superstars at the moment. I absolutely love Hikaru Shida. I think Magic and the folks over at Jazwares absolutely nailed the likeness, and it's cool. She has the title, even though it's Britt Baker's now. But yeah, I'm very excited to take a look at this figure. So let's take a quick look at the packaging real fast. Chris Metzger does an awesome job with the packaging here for Jazwares on these, the gold and black. It's kind of what we've been seeing since these have come out. We are, of course, on Series 6. This is figure number 48 in the series, and here are her wave mates on the back. So Jericho, Hager, MJF, and the Lucha Bros. I did also pick up the Lucha Bros from this series. I love the gold and black. And as you know, Hager and Jericho are your rare and chase figures. So without further ado, let's pop this open. Let's take her into the light box and take a closer look at Hikaru Shida.
1, 2, 3, she got it! Shida's a champion! Shida has upset Nana Rose! Long time coming and well-deserved for Shida.
Alright folks, so here we have Hikaru Shida out of the package, and what you see is what you get here with this figure. So her only accessory is her women's title, which is very well sculpted. Honestly, it could probably use a little bit more paint in the AEW logo. It looks kind of flat, as in you can't really see the holes in the lines or grooves in the E and the hole in the A, but it's clear, you know, what it is. And you know, a comparison to another, you know, one of the titles, you know, just to kind of show you real quick, you know, so here's the men's title, and as you can see, the you know, obviously the AEW is significantly larger, but there's some definition there, you know, a little bit of a different plastic, you know, some silver plastic, or at least silver paint hits, it's kind of hard to tell, mixed in. You know, would have been really great here just to kind of make that AEW pop. That being said, you know, it's still a great title. You know, it clasps very easily, you know, just the way that any of the other titles do. And as you saw at the top, you know, she's able to hold it easily. The detail and deco here on Shida is absolutely wonderful. She has this really nice ombre fade effect to her hair, you know, both in the back and in the front. The dark brown fading into the pink and purple there. You know, again, great effect as, you know, her hair kind of fades from the darker to the lighter color. Her paint apps throughout the figure otherwise are really tight. You know, down to her eye painting. You know, the detail in her actual ring gear, so the little hits of yellow on the back of her skirt, the yellow hanging down from her knee pad, all the way down to her feet, where she has kind of the traditional Japanese style socks going on there, which is awesome. This suspenders and skirt combo is a separate piece, but it hangs out nicely. I'm sure, you know, if you pop the head off, you could probably work her out of it. But she doesn't typically wrestle without this on anyway, so it's not like a, you know, type of entrance gear. It's totally fine staying on. The detail continues into her hands. Even her nails are painted, and they're painted very well. You know, it does kind of cover the tips there. There's not really a whole bunch of bleed through on the back. You know, one hand is kind of faring a little bit better there than the others, but also, you know, her painted on hand grips and everything, just really nicely done throughout. And the likeness on this, I think, is really striking and probably one of the best that they have done so far. In terms of gripes with this figure, before we just go into the articulation, the only thing I would say that would have been really great to add to this figure would be an additional set of hands, maybe some punching hands, or a kendo stick. That's really the only other thing that they could have included with her that would have been plus-ups, but, the certainly having a chance at having the women's title if you were unable to get Riho is a really great add. In terms of articulation, we have a ton. So, she's able to look down. Her head looking up is obviously, you can see that there's the joint there, but it's encumbered by her hair sculpt, which is, understandable. We do have our ball joints at the shoulders, and we have our bicep swivel. We have a nice double jointed elbow. And then we have a wrist with pivot and swivel. In the middle, we do have an upper diaphragm twist and a lower waist swivel. We do have the ability to crunch down pretty forward and significantly farther back. And then in terms of her legs, obviously, Shida is able to do the splits here pretty easily. We do have the upper thigh swivel. We have a double jointed knee. And as you can see, the knee pad being a separate piece here moves out of the way, to allow her to get into kind of all of her poses. And then we do have our pivot and swivel. There is no calf articulation here. So let's take a quick look at her scale with some other figures. I do not have any other female AEW talent at this moment. I'm currently in the market, as of recording of this video, in the market for a Dr. Britt Baker figure, but I do have some other ones that we can just kind of compare her to. So going old school, here she is next to a Series 1B Cody Rhodes. So as you can see, I think that scale is about right. Here she is with one of her fellow wave mates. So this is a Series 6 Penta. So again, I think that looks good. No issues there. So, first, and then, wave mates. And then, just as a comparison to other, female wrestlers, here she is next to a WWE Elite Sasha Banks, and I'm not entirely sure what the height is there. Shida might be a little bit tall there. And then again, just for some comparison, here she is next to a basic Riddle. But I think all in all, minus the exclusion of a couple of accessories that would have made this figure perfect, I think this is another really great figure, another overall kind of home run from the team at Jazwares, between the paint, the detail, the deco, and likeness. So let's flip it around and let's wrap this up. So as you can see, this is another slam dunk here from the team at Jazwares. I have yet to be disappointed even in the slightest by one of these figures. I think this is one of the best likenesses, at least that I have so far, of a wrestler. I'm excited to have a female talent in my AEW roster. I gotta get that Britt Baker. Yeah, super excited to have this figure, and I, like I said, I think Magic and the team crushed it there over at Jazwares. Like always, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there so that way you don't miss videos like this where we take deeper dives into the toys that we love. While you're down there, hit that notification icon so that way you get notifications when we post a new video and you don't miss them. While you're liking and subscribing to things, make sure you follow us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news, sharing toy photography, toy deals, toy availability, anything that we can to help the community. And then, of course, the podcast. So the Adventures in Collecting podcast, you can find us wherever you find podcasts, or simply hit the link in the description below, which will take you to our website where you can find all the things that I just mentioned. Stay tuned after the fade for some additional ring shots. We're going to do some fun ring shots with Shida here. And as always, until next time.